Yeah, just going to get a bit of background information for the client. Okay, so Ellie, what course do you study at Chichester University?
English literature and creative writing.
Okay. Whilst at your time at university, do you intend to participate in any sporting activities?
I signed up for some of the martial arts ones, but I doubt I'll go.
Can you be specific? What martial?
Taekwondo.
Okay.
But I doubt I'll actually end up going.
You doubt it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is Taekwondo a hobby of yours?
Martial arts. I haven't done Taekwondo before, but I've done kickboxing before. Upgraded a few of those as well. But I haven't done any others.
No other sports.
Oh, I've done other sports.
Other sports, such as what?
For 5 years I was on the Berkshire County rugby team for girls.
Okay, yeah.
What else did I do? I did hockey for a while. I did a bit of netball. I've done cricket.
Have you? Okay, yeah. So it's quite a range.
Yeah.
Okay. One question I do want to ask: why are you not active now? What are your reasons for not being?
Laziness. Nowhere really close by where I can just go do sport. I suppose. I don't know. Self-conscious. But
yeah.
Yeah. Those are probably the best reasons.
Okay. Has your Okay, so if these barriers wasn't, such as not being able to get there, not having nowhere nearby and stuff, if they weren't a problem, do you think you'd still attend?
I think I'd probably make an effort to do something. I always have the intention of.
Yeah.
But,
so there is.
So I've got the intention of. I just too lazy, really. It's sort of can I be bothered? Can I not?
Okay, so laziness is the main factor.
Laziness is the main factor, yeah.
So one question I do want to ask is actually about the recent Olympics and Paralympic Games in London. Did you watch any of it?
I did. I went to see the Taekwondo.
Oh, okay. Because the main message that they tried to portray was to inspire a generation. Do you feel that the event, if you will
inspired me?
Inspired you. Yeah, did it make its aim? Did it do its aim?
Well, it interested me in the idea of taking Taekwondo instead of kickboxing, which I've done before. That's probably the reason I signed up to do it.
What? Because of the Olympics?
Because I watched the Olympics and I was interested by it.
Okay.
But I don't know. I mean, I suppose it inspired me to want to do it more. It doesn't mean I will end up doing it though.
Okay, that's fair enough. One question I want to ask: would you consider yourself as a healthy human being?
No, not in the slightest.
Could you give me reasons why?
I don't eat healthily. I mean, I don't really care, to be honest. I probably should do, but I don't. I don't do nearly enough exercise. Even when I had the opportunity, I didn't.
Again, due to laziness, was it?
Well, yeah, and the fact that I tended to prefer to do my own thing, like writing instead of running.
No, that's fair enough. What I would like to maybe then extend that question. Do you believe there's any way that you could maybe remedy this and become more active?
I don't know. I suppose I could do. I could go out and do the activities. I could buy healthier food. I could try more.
Is that what you would consider to be a healthy person?
Yeah.
How would you categorise someone as healthy?
Come on to the end of the street without running out of breath, I suppose. I don't know. Somebody who doesn't tire easily. I mean, one of my issues is my asthma. That's always held me back from sport.
Okay, so that's a massive barrier.
That's a massive barrier. Right, yeah.
Okay. And is that diagnosed by a doctor?
Yeah, I've had asthma my whole life. I was born with it. I've got my inhalers. I have to carry them everywhere because sometimes walking makes me wheezy. Sneezing makes me wheezy.
Really? Oh, crikey. Okay. what would you consider, or would you ever intend to take up maybe a New Year's resolution, or any other incentive to maybe keep you?
I tried that last year actually. My last year's resolution was to eat healthily and do more exercise, go to the gym. I even bought a gym membership. I just never ended up going.
You never ended up going?
No.
How long did the healthy eating habits last? From what period to what period? Roughly.
Well, from roughly January to probably about March. So not long, 3 months.
Okay. What was your reasons for stopping?
I think, well, to be honest, it's quite difficult when I'm living on my own, and because I was living on my own and I ended up just cooking unhealthily. I didn't end up, making salads or doing that sort of thing. So I ended up eating unhealthily, and then I just got lazy, didn't go out, didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Plus, I was quite isolated where I was living, so it was hard to get out and find somewhere I could do something active.
Okay. So again, what you're saying, just summarising some of the points you've made, being your location was a barrier.
Yeah.
You've mentioned you've had asthma.
Yeah.
And another fact is that you've admitted that you feel you're quite lazy, and the motivation levels, if you will, are at rock bottom.
Yeah.
So, okay. Would you? I mean, have you ever experienced any, such as in the media? Have you ever seen any sort of sporting development initiatives such as Change for Life?
I've seen them.
You've seen them?
Yeah.
Do you know much about them?
No, not really. I just know that I know of Change for Life. I know that it does strive to, encourage people to do more active things and to live healthily and to eat healthily. But
those incentives have never ever made you think to.
Oh, I've never really considered it to be part of my life, to be honest. I mean, I could have done, but I don't think never really inspired me to do anything.
Okay. Just to summarise another point. So, when we said about motivation, do you believe there's anything that could enjoy you too?
I haven't found anything, but I'm sure there's probably something out there that will eventually inspire me.
What about perhaps facts and figures in relation to maybe if you was perhaps given a BMI or
what if I saw my BMI and I was horrified by it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. For example,
if I was horrified by my BMI, probably because my BMI is probably horrifying. That's probably why I haven't seen it. So,
and hence why you then put it off even more. Fair enough. Okay. I just want to ask you a few more questions. Actually, you never explained how long you've given up playing rugby, and from when to when?
When did I stop? I stopped just before my 18th birthday because at 18 I had to join the women's team instead of the girls' team.
Yeah.
And I was a bit scared of joining the women's team. Not because they're more aggressive than I am, but because
it's stepped up level.
It's stepped up level. Kind of, I didn't think I could perform to that level.
Yeah.
So I stopped at that point.
Okay. Yeah. That's a valid point.
Yeah, I stopped kickboxing because I needed to focus on my work. I was getting behind on my because I was going 3-4 times a week to my kickboxing class.
Mm-hmm.
So I was getting behind on my A levels, and I really wanted to focus on passing my English.
Yeah.
So I stopped that for that reason. I almost went back. I was quite good at kickboxing. I mean, I found it almost naturally quite easy. It was something I was naturally good at.
So that's definitely an area of sport that if you was to go back to doing sport, you would definitely go back.
I'd definitely go back into kickboxing.
Okay, fantastic. Elaborating upon that, I just want to ask how you feel. I just want you to explain how you feel whilst you exercise. Do you I mean, obviously you quite clearly state you don't really enjoy it.
I don't dislike it. I don't see it as something I would do for enjoyment. I do it something to get fit, not to pass as a hobby.
Okay.
But I mean,
so how do you feel? How do you feel when you are exercising? Do you?
It depends what kind of exercising it is. If it's kickboxing, then I'm doing it for fun. so I'm happy doing it.
Yeah.
But if it's something like, if I'm on a running machine, I'm doing it literally, I'm just thinking, well, I'm going to make it to the end of this point, I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to go and have a shower and chill out finally. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, and you previously mentioned that you had a medical condition that will prevent you from doing activities.
That's always been a problem. Yeah. I used to do cross country, and the boys would always be a mile ahead of me, and they used to tease me because I was always right at the end.
Okay. All right then. Okay. That pretty much concludes what this interview is trying to get at. So yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah.